Hey guys, it's Carrie the Paper Monkey. Thank you so much for dropping in on this video. Well, if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're coming back, thank you so much for coming back. But this video is specifically for Angela the Traveling Crafter and Hazel Anaka. But if you are not one of those two people, please feel free to stay. But I wanted to just show my crafty friends how easy making a cinch journal was. And I'm picking those two crafty friends in particular because I love them dearly. And I know as soon as they use their cinch machines, which they never have, but I'm not calling them out here on YouTube, they'll love it as much as I do because it's super easy. But seriously, if you guys have been thinking about getting a cinch or you have a cinch and you haven't used it yet, I keep saying this time and time and time again on every craft that I try. If the Paper Monkey can do it, anybody can do it. Is it a little involved? Yes, it is a little involved. But it is so worth it to do this. It is the cinch machine, I put it away for a little while and I'm breaking it out now because I want to do this Valentine's journal. Yes, this is a Valentine's journal. Isn't it so cute? Gonna make it from a little golden book. But I also want to do some other things that I'll show you in a different video of what you can repurpose using the cinch machine. So I did a lot of legwork already, just to let you guys know. I put the corners, I cut it down. This is the covers. I'll pull the covers out for you guys. So I can show you. These are the covers. I've covered the back cover. This is a newer book. So it had all the barcode and the new kind of look for golden books. I covered this. This is wallpaper. This is actually wallpaper. Just did that little moment. And I haven't done anything to this yet. Okay. So then I went ahead and I selected and cut down all my pages. Okay, and we'll do a flip through after I'm done showing you how easy it is to use this cinch machine. Okay, now I'm going to do a couple of breakaway shots. Listen to me, all professional, huh? Ha! But I'm the way that I have to film, I can't really show you without taking this my camera, my phone off of the boom and showing you different angles. Okay, so I want to be able to show you that. But basically, I took a binding ring. I ordered these off Amazon. They're in my Amazon links all the time. So, and I do have some that are actually We Are Memory Keepers kind that I bought because they were on clearance at Hobby Lobby. They were clearancing them out. It's the reason I bought them. But they come in different sizes. This is a 1-inch size. Okay. This came in a length, I think they're 19 of these little rings, individual rings, I think. So I knew that this book, I wanted to, because you can do it a couple of different ways. You can do it where you can have 2 separated rings, like 6 here, 6 here, whatever, 3 here, 3 here, whatever. I didn't want to do that. I don't want to complicate things like that because again, a little involved. I wanted to do the full width that the actual cinch machine accommodates. And again, I'm going to take you off of this boom and show you what I mean by that exactly. But it will punch 12 holes. So I cut this binding wire down to 12 holes. If you count these, there's 12 of them. Okay. All right. Let me take you off the boom and show you what I'm talking about on the cinch side. Okay, so I have this is a handheld moment, okay? So I'm not going to be as steady as the boom is, so I apologize, but I wanted to make sure and show you the deck at a better angle so you would see what I'm talking about. These mechanisms right here are how you tell the cinch, this binding machine, how many holes to punch. Right now, I have all 12 of these released so that whenever, I'm going to try to get an angle here, and I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can lift you up. Right now, if I pull down the lever, let me see if you could see how I'm holding this camera, then you will see that all of those teeth come down, and that is the holes are going to punch, okay? This is where I think people get confused. The measurement. Look how dirty that is. That's glue on there. And glue on my fingers too, so excuse that. But I knew that this book was about 8 inches long, okay? So that's what I measured for. That is what this measurement on this deck right here is measured at 8 inches long. I can slide this, bring it out, to be longer if I wanted to. 9 inches, 10 inches, 11. I could do it as small as, I think that's going to be 7 inches. Okay. But I also have the mini cinch machine that goes smaller if I want to do a smaller journal. So if I pull this out to right there and I take my measurement, this is in fact 8 inches long. See how it can get a little tricky, especially for somebody like me who I don't do measurements. I don't like to do measurements. Don't like it one bit. But if I stay in line like that and I go ahead and punch, these holes are going to start here and go all the way to here. So about right at the tip of that W in here is where that hole is going to punch. Okay? Does that make sense? Let me show you a different view. So now, if I bring you up here and I show you, so that's my cover, and I'm probably I'll do the cover by itself. I'll do the cover and the back by themselves because they're kind of thick. But I could take these pages and I'd probably do, I don't know, half a dozen pages at a time. Okay? And I would just, again, because they're the same length, these are, I'm just going to line them up like that and just pull down on this arm. Let me back you up. Sorry, I know I'm making you guys dizzy. I'm so sorry. And just pull it all the way down, and I will punch the holes in that. Okay? And then just continue on. Now, you may see, I don't think, is there any in here that are a different? I think I kept them all the same length. I'm almost positive I did. Let me make sure. Nope, here's one that's a little shorter. So this one is a little shorter. But all I need to make sure is what I'm going to do anyway, because I could center it if I wanted to. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make sure they're all lined up at the bottom, that all my pages are lined up at the bottom. So this will actually catch up to here, and the rest of those coils, it won't matter on this one. It'll only have whatever, let's say seven holes instead of the 13, right? And I think that'll work, like this one right here. So these right here, these are the ones, I had some doilies. Of course, you see I reinforced them with cardstock, because I want my holes to punch through this, not the doily. If it punches through the doily, they're going to rip to shreds. That's just the nature of the weight of a doily. You know, it's a paper doily. It's not going to last. So I wanted them to last in the page. So I'm going to try my best to center those. Now that's going to take a little bit of engineering where I have them all the same. But what I'll probably do is, because I think I have 4 or 5 of these types of doilies in here, I'm just going to take them all at one time, and I'm going to figure out where I want them to punch, because I don't want them to punch down here. I don't want the doilies, in other words, to be down here in the book. I want them to be in the middle of the book. So I'll figure that out. I'll take them all, line them up, one on top of the other, and I'll punch them all at the same time so that they are placed in the book at the same place. Okay? Okay, right. This is kind of a little bit of a different angle for me, but I'm going to try it and see. I know you won't be able to see on the inside here, but one thing that I wanted to show you is you have a center guide on the machine itself. Now, for me, right now, this doesn't matter because what I'm using as really my guide is the fact that this is 8 inches across. That's all I'm worried about right now. When we get to those doilies that I just talked about, now that may come into play. So let's see. Oh, I'm scared. I always get a little nervous whenever I'm doing this, but I'm almost positive it's going to be okay. All right, let's try this. And there you have it. See? So again, when you go to feed this coil, and I'll show you, this is not how you feed the coil, but when you go to feed the coil, you have 12 holes to feed those 12 coil rings into. Okay? All right. So let's proceed on. I'm going to pull, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull all the doily pages out. Again, there was either, I think 4. Let me see. Let me see if I can find them. I hope everybody's doing well. This is really, the Cinch machine is, it really is a lot of fun. I hope that if you're considering buying one, or you got some Christmas money from Santa or gift card or whatever, I have loved it. I have really, really liked it a lot. And, excuse me, I'm going to do some projects with some other things besides books that are just so cool. It makes working with a Cinch machine a lot of fun once you understand how many different kinds of applications you can use it in. Okay, so you see these are all, this one's a little, why does this one seem, okay. It doesn't matter that they're exact. It really does not. This one just seems longer because the actual cardstock is longer, not the doily itself. Okay, so like I said, we have the center guide, and if I wanted to, let's see how long the doily is. So the doily is about 6 1/4. So we could do about 3 1/8 maybe. And again, it doesn't have to be exact. I'm just going to eyeball it a little bit. Angela and Hazel, I hope you are paying attention here. Okay, now let's see what happened. So see, it did exactly what it was supposed to do. Isn't that, I love this thing. Love this thing. Let me go ahead and punch the rest of my pages. And, well, I'll go ahead and punch the back of the book so I can show you. So, again, the back of the book, because these are the hardest ones to go through, okay? And because I've added this layer of wallpaper, it's going to be a little tough. But you'll see, I can do it. It just takes a little bit of extra effort. But it will punch through, just like that. Okay? I'll be right back. Here's a side view, and again, I'm holding you with my hand, one-handed, but I wanted to show you that when you do punch, all of your product, your waste, goes into this little catch tray that is connected to your machine. okay? First step to assembling the book is to utilize these hooks. As you can see, they're little hooks right there. And you just hang your binding wire from these hooks, okay? So that's the first step. Then you just basically, now this is the part I get confused about, because they say you have to take the covers and put them back to back. So it doesn't look like it's going to come out right, but it will come out right. I know, it never looks right to me. I always get confused. So this is the front cover. I bet I'm doing this wrong already. And this is the back cover. Nope, that's not going to be right. I did it wrong. So you actually start with the back inside cover. So this is the inside of the back cover. You started here, okay? And then you're going to come with the front cover and you're going to place it on the top, okay? So you have them back to back. I don't know why you have to do it like that. I just saw somebody do it like that, and I've always done it like that. And then you just take your book and you start building it, okay? So you're just going to, and this is kind of, I'm not going to go through every page with you like this because we'll be here forever doing it one at a time. But you just build it up like this, making sure that you're catching every hole in the right spot. Now we come to the doily one. Remember, we wanted it to be centered. So if we did that right, so it's pretty close. See? It's pretty darn close. I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, I'm going to finish this. Okay, so I made sure, I double checked and made sure that all my pages were in the order that I wanted them to be in. Okay, like because see, this is still open right here. You haven't closed it yet. So I just made sure that everything, before I close anything, okay, but just know, even if you close it, you can pry these apart with a little pair of pliers or even your fingers, really, and just pull it out and start over. Again, it's junk journaling, people. It's going to be all right. You can start over. But to bind, the binding method, again, I don't want to say it's tricky because it really isn't. But what you have to know is you use this as your guide, because this is the binding area right here. This is what's going to bind. So again, you take your lever, and when you come down with this lever, it brings this binding area down. So it's going to, when you have your binding ring in here, it's going to clamp down on it. But you have to tell it how far to clamp down. So here's your measurement. If your binding ring, I'm probably calling this ring, it's really, but this binding apparatus here, if this is a 3/8, I don't know why that won't, then you would take and you would push this down and turn this dial to the 3/8. And then that way, when you do bring your lever down, it only will go down so far to accommodate a 3/8 inch binding ring. It won't overbind it. In other words, it's just the right amount. So I know that this is a 1 inch binder. So I'm going to push it down and turn this to the 1 inch, right on the 1 inch. And then I'm going to put this into the machine. Okay. Let me put you back on the boom. I don't know if it makes a difference if you put this side up or this side up. I really don't know. What I try to do is I try to put this part as flat against this back wall of the machine as possible. So it's facing straight up and down. Okay. And then, I'll try to turn y'all around here. Then I'm going to take this lever, my hand's up here, and I'm just going to come down on until I go all the way down, because again, I told it to accommodate a 1-inch ring. So I came all the way down, and you see, I think it left it too, I think that's too open. I think that's too big of a gap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down just one little time. I'm going to put this ring back in here, and I'm going to come back down and see how far that got it. Okay, I'm going to do it again because I still think that's a little too close. So I'm going closer to the 7/8 mark until I feel comfortable with how much that's closing. I don't know. I still think it could do one more time. I think one more time will get it. What do you think? I think that's pretty good. Let's see. I was talking to y'all that whole time and never even hit record. I think we're good on this. I think this is okay. But let's flip through it and see. Let's just take a little look-see. Everything's flipping okay. I'll have to remove these in a minute. I always mark my pages. And I noticed earlier that I missed a couple of pages, or I misnumbered, but the story is in order. And then these flip out, so it didn't mess that up. Yep, I think, look how beautiful that paper is. That's from my friend Angela at, she has a shop, not Angela the Traveling Crafter, another Angela. She has a shop on the Maker's Market. I'll link it. If you guys need some dyed paper, pattern dyed paper, she's incredible at it. Love it. Great prices. I love to get her paper. See how I didn't even mark these, but I know the story is in order. I know it is. I checked it. It's the cutest little book. Have some wallpaper in here. Wait. Yeah, see, isn't that fun? That's wallpaper. That's so fun. I think it's okay. I do. I think the binding's okay. Oh, look what happened. See how it's enough. It's still enough that slipped through. So all I'm going to do, watch, is I'm going to go right here. Bring it down a little bit. And I'm going to go over even more until I'm satisfied that does not have any room to come unbound. You saw it live on TV right here, folks. Let's see. Nope, I think that did it. Yeah, I think that, oh yeah. Yeah, see, just make the adjustments as you go. So while it is a little finicky, but look how cute this came out. I love it. And then the mini cinch, in my opinion, the mini cinch is even easier because there's only one way to do it, really and truly. And the way this deck is set up and the measurements, it's much easier to read. So, but you're limited in the size of book that you can make there. But anyway, I'll bring you back for this particular journal. We'll make some ephemera, and we'll if I don't make ephemera with you, which I might, but if I don't do that, I'll definitely do a completed journal flip through and show you the completed product. But I know I will do another cinch video in relations to the different types of cinch bound journals and notebooks that you can create using the cinch machine. So anyway, there's that. I'm so glad that you came along for this, and I do appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that whatever it is you get to do today or in the next few days, it is at least as much fun as I had trying to convince my fellow crafty friends, Angela the Traveling Crafter and Hazel Anaka, to break out their cinch machines in 2025 and use them. Thank you guys so much. We'll chat soon.